Would you be shocked to know that between 2006 and 2026, the Louis Vuitton Speedy 40 has seen a price increase of 241%? And the price increase of this Birkin isn't even going to be the worst of them. I've done the math, I've done the facts and the figures, I've picked 6 bags from my collection that have been in production for 20 years, so that way we can compare apples to apples. We're going to be looking at some LV, some Ralph Lauren Rickies, some Hermes, and I've got a wild card that might surprise you, so you're going to have to stay tuned for that one. Everyone loves a Louis Vuitton moment. We've all been collecting the brands for years. I think a lot of you can say, like, when I bought my first Neverfull in 2014, I paid X amount, it's now this. This is the only bag that I have in my collection that's still kind of currently in production. This is the LV Murakami, the original multicolor Speedy 30. Back in 2006, it would have retailed for about $2,730. This was really high for Louis Vuitton. This was the upper echelon prices. This was almost like the Sue Hawley prices. For this same style of, granted, they've sized it down to, I think it's like a Speedy 25 now. The leather's thinner, the canvas is thinner, there's no big crazy S-lock pockets everywhere. You can pay a lot more and get a lot less for the cool price of $3,350. That is definitely not the craziest price increase we're going to see today, but still, it's disappointing. Like, we're paying more and we're getting a heck of a lot less for it. We're starting off strong with Louis Vuitton. Now it's time to check out our very first Hermes bag. I have been collecting designer luxury bags for the past 20 years. I've been buying both brand new, pre-owned. I've seen the good, the bad, and the very ugly when it comes to pricing and designer bag quality over the last 20 years. We have been seeing crazy price increases year after year after year. Everyone's trying to reach for that unattainable Hermes price point. They're not giving us Hermes quality or Hermes design. Quite frankly, I can't take it anymore. The way that this next bag has increased absolutely blows my mind. This is probably one of my favorite Hermes bags in my collection. The Hermes Lindy 34, mine is in the Evercolor leathers. Back when this first released, retailed for about $5,000. And if I remember right in my research, that was for a Clemence. So this would have probably been like $5,300 maybe, just for kicks, right? Now, this bag, 34 Evercolor leather, if you were to get offered this in boutique, would set you back about almost $16,000. That was like 3 of my first car, which is crazy. $16,000? I don't know. I love this bag, but I don't. $16,000, love it. Luckily, I bought mine pre-owned, and quite honestly, I think that's the way to go these days. Price increases are getting out of control. The economy's not great, so we need to be a little bit smarter with our money. If you're like me, you love these designer things, but you also love seeing those commas and zeros in your bank account, I've got a trick for you. I buy my stuff pre-owned mostly these days. One of the websites, after lots of trial and error, I've tried them all. I've bought from all of them. I've gone to their boutiques. I've tried them all. The one that I've had the most consistent, best luck, and best quality with is Zenlux. Now, I've partnered with Zenlux in the past. I could not say better things about this company. When it comes to Zenlux, they have tens of thousands of designer items. They're coming from Japan, so authenticity is guaranteed. Everything's been quality assessed. Like, even some of the boutiques when you buy new in store, even Hermes, the packaging when I order a Zenlux item is just top tier. It beats buying new, honestly. I've purchased many beautiful items. I cannot recommend them enough. I'll have my link down below and also a code for you to get a little bit off your order. I think it comes out to $30 off any order over $300, which, hey, any little bit helps in this economy, right? Especially when we're buying these beautiful designer items. I'll take a discount where I can get it. So make sure to check out my link down below. Give Zenlux a try. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. I never am. I don't want to spoil it and give you all of the Hermes goodness right off the bat. So we're going to look at my next most favorite bag. You already know. If you know Caleb Snell, you know what this bag is going to be. If you guessed the Ricky, you are correct. I have been in love with the Ricky now for over 20 years. I think I have about 8 or 9 in my collection at this point, which is absolutely insane to say. But with the Ralph Lauren Ricky, they're absolutely gorgeous bags. They're all handmade in Italy. I cannot say enough good things about the Ricky. Now, when this is a 2014, and I still have the original price tag in it, of course. This one retailed in 2014 for $2,500. I'd say that's a pretty fair price for the bag. It's a great quality. It's a beautiful design, but it doesn't need to be thousands. You know what I mean? It's a stunning bag. Now, this exact same bag, this is RL Gold. This will always be in the Ralph Lauren Ricky lineup. You can pop into Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom, Saks Fifth Avenue, the boutique. They're all going to have an RL Gold Ralph Lauren Ricky size 33 for you. How much do you think this bag would cost in 2026? Again, this isn't the most crazy on this list, but this bag has gone up $1,300 to $3,800 in 2026, and that's with a recent price increase. Would I pay $3,800 with tax? For another colorway, probably, yeah. That's a lot of money. That is a big jump. I definitely appreciate and applaud the Ralph Lauren company for not giving us crazy increases like we've seen over at Chanel with 10, 12, 25% increases year over year. Insane, right? Insane. Guys, I love a Kelly. I love a Sig, I love a Fig, I love a Kelly. This is my Blue Jean 35. This is always going to be in production, of course. It's one of the quintessential rites of passage when it comes to collecting Hermes. Again, the bigger sizes aren't as sought after new from boutique, so those people aren't sharing over on the blogs and the price lists how much they paid for a 35. So I had to look at like a 32, add up the math. Mine's a Togo, so it's going to be an entry-level one. Well, it's a step above Epsom, but it's going to be more kind of at the lower end price point of the Kelly. So bear with me if you bought a 35 recently and you're like, Caleb, you're an idiot. Let me know in the comments. But the Kelly back in 2009, because that's the closest that I could find for my spec, was retailing for $7,300. Definitely an easier price to swallow. I think I paid a little bit more for mine. I think I paid about $8 on the pre-owned market. Again, pre-owned is the way to go. Zenlux code and link will be down below. So $7,300 I think is a fair price point for this new, right? Like it's easy to swallow considering everything else going on. In 2026, and again, this is my rough estimate, this bag would set you back $15,800 new in boutique. Why? We've got the bigger size, the 35. It's Togo, so it's going to be at the lower end of the 35 sizing. It's not box, it's not Cellier, it's just a standard Ratour & Kelly 35 in Togo. $15,800. That's almost $8,000. Almost $8,000 in 20 years. That's not horrible. Now, the last bag from Hermes I'm going to show you, I'm going to make you wait. Let me know, guess in the comments what you think this retails new in 2026. Let me show you another bag that you've never seen before in my collection. Now this next bag is a bit of a wild card because I actually sourced this for the upcoming drop over at curatedbycaleb.com. This drop is going to happen Saturday, August 29th. There's going to be YSL, Burberry, Coach, all the good stuff. I absolutely adore this bag. I've always wanted one, and if it sells, awesome. If it doesn't, oops, I got a new bag. Anyway, this is the YSL Downtown Tote, and I was able to source this in the most beautiful olive green pebbled leather with gold hardware. It is squishy, it is smushy, it's got a little bit of corner wear, so we're leaning into that Mary-Kate and Ashley kind of grungy aesthetic. The interior is done in a chocolate suede. Give me anything YSL Stefano Pilati era, I'm there 100%. Now, how am I able to sneak this in? Because technically, as of last year, this was in the men's lineup over at YSL. So we're looking at my notes, and back then, in 2007, the Downtown retailed for $1,850. Give me a time machine. These prices are insane. $1,850 for this. When it was available last year, $2,690. Again, much like the Louis Vuitton and the Ricky, not the most crazy, insane price increase that we've seen so far, but still pretty substantial. That's almost an extra $1,000. For what? Did the quality get better? Are we making it handmade? Like, are the workers getting paid more? I probably doubt it. The crown jewel of my collection, the bag that we all aspire to buy and have and use, the most gorgeous Birkin of them all, the Birkin to rule all Birkins. I'm just kidding. No, I absolutely adore my Birkin. This is the Hermes Birkin 35 in the color Vert Foncé, palladium hardware, and this is in one of the higher end leathers. This is the box calf leather, so we're going to see a bit of a premium just for it being in box calf. Again, large Hermes bags aren't highly sought after by collectors new in store. To get the pricing, it's not readily available, so you kind of have to guesstimate. If you purchase this back in 2007 when I was just getting started in all of this craziness, a brand new one in the box calf retorn would have retailed for $8,500. Not much more than the Kelly, not an insane amount anyway, but definitely eye-watering, I would say, but still not unattainable, right? With my guesstimations, the leather, the percentages, and my conversions, this in 2026 would set you back almost $20,000 new in boutique. And Vert Foncé is in production again. So on the resale market, I can't even fathom. Boy, did I buy good with this one, because I bought this one, I think 2 years before Vert Foncé was re-released in the box calf. Smart investment on my part, very smart investment. And whoever bought this in the first place, smart investment. I adore the Birkin 35. I cannot get enough of it. Cannot wait for fall because this is kind of like my big ticket fall bag, if you will. Our grand total, if we total up all the bags that I showed you between the Hermes, the Louis Vuitton, the Ralph Lauren, the YSL Wild Card, which could be yours, sales coming Saturday, August 29th. We would have purchased these all back in like 2007 for $27,880. Does anyone want to take a crack at what this would all cost you to buy brand new in boutique today, August of 2026. I don't know if I should hold your hand, make sure you're sitting. Do you have a glass of water near you? You know what? I might need to sit myself before we reveal, because this the amount of inflation is going to make you fall out of your chairs. Brace yourselves. So back 20 years ago, we paid $27,880 for these 6 handbags. Today, if you bought these brand new in store, you would have paid $61,640. You're probably thinking like, what kind of a price increase is that? Well, I can tell you that. That is a complete total of 121.09% an increase across 4 brands, 6 handbags, 121.09%. Some of you are probably saying, well, that's just because of inflation. Like 20 years is a long time. I knew you were gonna say that, so I came prepared. The purchase power that $27,880 had in 2007 would only get you to $44,904 today in 2026. So we still have a gap of $22,000. Why? And what really gets me is even Hermes at their price point. Back when my Birkin was made, this is a 2001, it was still bench made by a singular artisan. And I think it was like 2010, 2011. And this isn't something they advertise, obviously. They went to more of like a production line process. One person is going to make the base, another person's going to attach handles, the other person's going to do, the flipping inside out, another person's going to do hardware. So not one artisan is making your bag anymore. It's going through a production line and you're paying more. And what really aggravates me, especially with like Dior, these other brands that we've seemed to glaze over, take a look at the Dior book tote. How many thousands does that canvas tote cost? Cost them $30 to make, materials and everything all in. So what exactly are we paying for? Are we paying for the name at this point? Are we paying for the cachet that the item brings us? Maybe. And how much is that worth to you? I'm a little disillusioned after looking at all this, doing the numbers, the facts and figures, if you will. I think I'm gonna be sticking to pre-owned. That's the way for me to go. So if you're with me, check out Zenlux, links are down below. Use my code, save even more money, because trust me, we need our dollar to go further these days. And let me know in the comments, what did the bag buying landscape look for you when you got started? Have you been collecting as long as I have, even longer? Did you just get started? If you're just getting started, I'm very sorry for you. A Balenciaga bag did not used to cost $5,000 for painted leather, I promise. It used to be so much fun. And now it's just kind of a slap in the face whenever you walk into a boutique. So let me know in the comments what your experience has been. Do you think 121% increase in 20 years is worth it? Let's get a conversation going because I think this is a big topic. Till next time, guys, stay safe, have fun. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.